Greetings to you, friend.
Ooh, can I go in there now? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. I understand. I get it. Okay. We'll do this after the ads. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, let's go get this thing. So it's in the saddlebags. Which ones are his saddlebags? Switch papers, right there. Got it. Armorer's kit? No. No. Godwin doesn't steal. And we're out. Okay. Done. So who do we talk to? Do we go back and talk to her? There she is.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Whoops.
Lady,
Whoops.
with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected.
That's right.
Thanks for the help.
In more ways
You're
than
welcome.
one.
And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
Oh, I'm gonna be hammered by the end of this, aren't I?
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Godwin doesn't do well when he's drunk. Or, you know, he does a little too well. If you know what I mean. Alright, where's the next guy? One of them is over here. Oh no, I'm already walking funny.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek. And he's
This guy.
the Lord.
Godwin is a
Check your horses
superhero
out.
drunk, that's
See
true.
if they're as good as you say.
Pa, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
Hello.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
Is that Dad?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
Shut up, Dad. I'll talk to you later. No, I apologize.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that
Oh,
your...
ow.
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came as an envoy.
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago.
They
he
look
was
like they're the
nothing
same
but a
age.
cheeky brat, only interested in wenches
Godwin
and
looks
booze.
15 years older
I
than his
got him a
father.
place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten
Hey,
into
look,
his
life
head.
in the priesthood
Only it wasn't
is
long
rough.
before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then
It's the
came
booze.
creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
You're neither of these are good options. What's the guy in the back want? He's raising his hand for
You're
something.
exaggerating. Like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
He wants the monastery red.
Actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had
Oh
any,
no, this is
you'd
going
be...
poorly.
That's enough.
Christopher.
Who's that?
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to
Oh
a duel.
no. Let's settle this peacefully.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll
Is
sort
it Godwin's
things out
brother?
peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This
Godwin
uncouth lout
Odorin?
needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher.
Oh,
By
no.
God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight.
Oh no.
Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
I think it's
Well,
a show that he
that's that.
wants.
Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher would sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for us.
Oh god.
A very private matter.
Oh,
It's
Jesus,
an honorable
okay.
duel, man against man. Stay back.
Oh god.
You want to try me?
What's wrong with your legs?
Enough.
Ooh, Godwin can
That will
master
do.
strike.
Game of dice. I've been waiting for you.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. You could teach sword fighting in a
He's
school.
fought wars. Godwin's seen shit. I was in a war.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And still no luck.
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
Sounds
time he
like a
took me
great
hunting.
dude.
He let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I need him on our side. The outcome of the war depends on it. I can't talk about it. No, I need to get him on our side.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
Ooh, okay.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
Nope.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
The stable master
You're
definitely wants a
starting to
word.
sound like a brother.
He was yelling
Been waiting
before.
for you.
Yeah,
And the dice,
see?
too.
Okay. I've lost my appetite.
Somehow I'm no longer in the mood for it.
That makes two of us.
Oh, okay. Off you go. Thank you. All right, so we got... Oh, I should put my sword away. Okay. We've got one more. There's my brother. Sup, bro? Oh, they're down below me? Down here? Yeah, down here.
Except I don't have a book, and you won't lend me yours on any other day.
In here?
Patricians and usurers.
This guy.
We're trying to...
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips, and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobst comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them.
That was a really good brother moment.
You've got
After
my attention,
the duel or
but not
before
my
or
money.
during it? Okay, other people will provide money too. How can I convince you? Aren't we on the same side? Alright, how can I convince you?
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security.
Okay.
I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Okay, I understand.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think
I didn't know
different.
that's what I would
I
say.
have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If
Okay.
I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to
Hans.
be unhappy.
Ooh, what about me? Ooh, Liechtenstein is unmarried. What happens if I suggest myself? I'm not going to, but that would be funny.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides,
Okay.
he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
Hans it is.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
Me? He's young, but not inexperienced.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs.
Why can't she marry
The
Hanush?
lords of
I don't
Leipa
think
have
he has a
good
wife.
reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Okay. I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. Oh, so you'll support our plan, right?
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place
Shoot.
as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Is she pretty, though? That's kind of the important thing for Mr. Hans Capon.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us an ally.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it?
You hope
I
she
hope it's
takes
not
after
one
her
of those
mother?
cut and
Oh
burn
no.
Stuffed guts.
On
Oh,
the
no.
contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? By Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
There was a catch.
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him... I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstadt has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe
Is he
it.
happy? He sounds
So,
happy.
Young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Oh, damn,
You
okay.
could make me the abbot of Sasa. Or what about a bishop?
She's the fattest
Forget it.
girl in the kingdom?
Soon I'll be paying for a
Oh,
wedding.
no.
Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself.
Oh, no.
But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers to you and to your parlaying skills.
Woot. Okay, so now we have to go back and...
Take a look at that.
Can I talk to Radzik?
A nice
I can.
You wouldn't be avoiding me.
No,
We didn't
I just
much
don't have
time
anything
for
to say to
conversation
you.
on the way here. Let's rectify that.
With pleasure, sir. As it happens, there's something I'd like to ask you.
What are your hopes for... Excuse me. Oh, God.
What are you expecting from today's gathering, my lord?
Well, I have no great expectations. But, all going well, we may be able to establish some joint steps towards the future. As long as we proceed without prior agreement and
His
mutual
mole is
support,
so shiny.
we will be very unlikely to achieve any progress.
Okay, your son's got a talent for trouble, doesn't he?
I couldn't help but notice your son has a bit of a talent for getting into trouble.
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly contributed to that more than a little. Although, if they didn't
Yeah.
pull each other out of trouble, God knows where they'd be now.
Wise words. Still, Henry's come a long way on a thorny path. I trust you're rightfully proud of him.
You know, I am. And Martin would also be glad, even though Henry chose a different path than he.
May God grant him
That's
eternal
true. I think
rest.
Martin would still beat Henry's ass for, you know, going off and adventuring. Why didn't Divish of Talmber come? Ooh, that's a good point.
Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely he's not too old to miss out on such an event.
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with child.
Oh,
no one
good
even
for
imagined
them.
Divish would produce an heir at his age.
As they say, doesn't matter who kneaded the dough, as long as there's a pie in the oven.
Godwin.
Tapeworm, what do you mean?
It could be a miracle.
What do you mean?
Praise the Lord!
Don't you put that idea in my head. Alright, we can't talk to him. Sir Divish is an upstanding noble. Of course he can father a child. I'm surprised Lady Stephanie can even bear a child at her age.
Sir Bocek,
Isn't she like
Your
in like
niece
her late
Yivka
40s or something?
can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Yes, cheers to the betrothed.
Cheers to the
She was
beautiful
really
Lady
young and
Yika
Divish is old.
and the unhappy Lord King.
I don't know, she didn't look all
Here's
that
to
young
a
in
good
case he didn't
bargain.
won. She didn't look as old as Divish, but she didn't look that young either. Okay. Talk to Liechtenstein about the arranged support. Excuse me. Here. Of course he's talking to Yobs.
You were right.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them.
And who better to
Tell me,
perform them than a
Godwin
priest?
of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
Wait, what about the alderman? Alder.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans.
Of course.
We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yay!
And how are we to raise an army?
Shut up,
Wasn't
old
it
man.
made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground.
This voice actor is really good, but I hate him. I hate the character.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians.
Yeah, he is an
Our
eel.
community,
And
and
he
not
sounds like
only
one.
ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus.
Everything that comes out of his mouth sounds like he's just placating.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Please go to Capon's face. There we go. He didn't know. He didn't know. Oh, he's gonna pass out, isn't he?
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately.
Yeah, keep it together,
God
Hans.
willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
3 weeks? Damn.
Those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
I wonder if there's going to be a KCD3 that takes us to Prague. Because historically, this whole story doesn't end until Zizka fights Sigismund's troops in defense of Prague. Oh no, we're back at this meeting. Okay. Oh god. Where'd my hat go?
After we conquered the city,
There it is.
you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can
that's
have
bad
a
news
few
for me.
captured bandits executed as an example to others.
I'm fired.
We
no,
do
I have
not
my
care
hat.
about bandits.
I have it. It was just
we care
gone
about
for a second.
rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter.
Oh,
from
he
right
knows.
under your noses.
How does he know?
Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein. To do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few
Who's the
men for a
guy
while?
sitting on Sigismund's
Of course,
right?
I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see,
Ooh, fuck Eric.
all you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you?
The guy in the red.
And if
Who
the
is
thought
that?
should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the
Gutenberg
yield from
Mayor?
the mines
I
finally
don't
matched
know.
last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
And stop
Your
skimming the
Majesty,
silver.
we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants!
Tell him,
Chicken
Markbard.
shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, there are lots
Oh my
of them.
God, this guy.
Dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swillpot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargents, your insolence just cost you your place on the council.
Damn.
And a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
Hopefully that's not one of the guys voting on the bathhouse.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication.
This is not my fault.
And results?
This is not my fault.
None. I therefore placed the city
I gave him
council under
one
the
cup of
authority
wine.
of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
Oh no.
Sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else.
Ah,
The
they don't have
council is
anything to say
dismissed.
now.
You, don't go anywhere, boy.
Uh-oh.
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly.
Should I go over to the wine right now?
False flattery.
Sire,
I don't think I should move.
rightfully so. These councils, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long.
Maybe I should go over there to the wine.
Of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them.
Don't look at me.
We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had...
I did scurry.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy,
Wine, wine.
pour us a monastic wine. The monks
Okay.
had a good year. We have concerns, friend.
No,
The
don't.
Hungarians are rebelling. Our army
there we
is
go. I
falling
figured out how to
apart,
do it
and
without
we have
looking at
enemies
him.
here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of Cuban
You don't have a cup.
They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
They know?
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were
How does Sigismund know about Odorin?
and relinquish that throne that he has
Or is
no
it just
use
common
for
knowledge?
anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of it.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to
Does
do
he
is
know it's
promise them the
really
privileges they
Yobst
lost during
and not
Wenceslas' reign.
Odorin?
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace, at least among themselves.
Spies,
Yobst does
yeah.
everything he can
Of
to
course,
sow
of course
so that
Sigismund
he
has spies
himself
too.
emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities. And get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire. As soon as you get the chance.
How is he gonna get super drunk?
To your health, Margaret.
Is he gonna want some more? Is he gonna switch to the white?
And to your health too, boy.
Thanks.
May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Bow? Thank you.
sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
Why do I like Sigismund?
While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
Oh no.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your
He doesn't really. I kind of killed everybody
The
there.
devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
Yes, yes, sir.
You shall have white.
Nope, nope. He wants white.
White it is. Quickly. If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
We could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for the candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square...
I need to get out of here so I can warn him about Berghoff going to Rabosch.
...only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire.
Why am I standing
We
there?
shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory?
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
I feel dirty. Yuck. I got the ick. I'm giving myself the ick because now I like Sigismund as a king. Yeah, that's what I thought, OG. Apparently he doesn't recognize me, though I'm probably the, what, the 2000th young boy that Markvart has seen.
Yet another impoverished nobleman.
Oh no, I'm Father Godwin.
That's our region.
Preach.
Rich bride with
You fuck him,
fat dowry is going to
die.
the thorn out of his side, right?
Yeah, he is a strong leader and trash talks the nobility. Yeah.
Purely ornament.
Yep. Who would switch sides? Markvard? I don't think so. He's pretty he's like the right hand man of Sigismund. It'd probably be tough to get him to switch sides. Oh, here's the French guy again. We can talk to him.
How'd you like our wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France.
This is just for you, Tapeworm.
Recipes are
No, I
passed
don't.
on from
Markvard
father to
doesn't want the
son,
throne for himself.
and,
He probably
each generation brings them
sometimes
to perfection.
not being the boss
I
has bigger
myself
perks
was
than being the
practically
boss.
raised on wine. How many I have tasted? Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
A connoisseur like you knows what's good.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels! Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary.
Oh, OG.
Where it would suffice
you have to
for,
remember, this
cleaning
beef
wood
between
and
Markvard
gazing
and Henry
for
is very
that,
one-sided.
the taste is of little consequence.
Henry's a nobody that Markvard has no intention of paying any attention to.
And I will...
Who else is in here?
The roast
Over
was calling
here?
out to me, begging to be eaten.
Aye.
This guy here? John, okay. A guy that talks himself up this much must have a tiny pizzle. Or...
Godwin!
Or... maybe you're right. What do you need?
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well.
Everybody's hammered.
To brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
Imagine how it must smell there.
Truly? Not even a little.
All these dudes drunk. They've been standing around in all these padded clothes all day. Yuck.
Well, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is.
Perfect time to attack. Oh, shoot.
A professional mourner.
See now. I'll
Bergov is on his way to this
gladly drink
castle,
that with
and everybody's
you.
hammered.
Only there's nothing to drink.
No.
We've run dry.
Oh, no.
I've got a tongue like a slice of week-old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away.
Oh no.
I had my eye on him.
I have to go
all
on an
evening.
errand and steal
He had pictures
booze from my
brought
own dad,
somewhere
who
for himself
already
and
hates
his
me.
closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh?
That's a good point, OG.
I'm sure you can manage that.
We can probably suss out the spies while they're hammered.
I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Okay. Find a jug of wine. Not there. Is this wine? No, that's not wine. That's food.
They got by without us so far.
Oh,
They'll be fine.
that's a cup of wine.
You're right.
And visiting the bathhouse. Like I said, I think Bocek will find the whole affair quite
Let me in. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, we're not in France now.
There's wine.
Here, nobody knows.
That's an apple. Where am I supposed to find this? Down in the cellars? Is that what they said? Find a jug of wine. Oh, maybe. Ooh, maybe here? Who's this guy? Oh, he's done. Alright, maybe down here? Okay. Alright, alright. What do we got here? Oh no. I'm swaying. Do I have a torch? I do have a torch. Okay. Up here? Here. No. Oh. Do we take the red or the white? Ooh. How clever, paralleling Godwin's activities with Henry's. How clever. What else? Am I supposed to do anything else? Do I have a hint about which one to take? There were negotiations during the day and celebrations in the evening. Godwin had already managed to drink to the successful beginning of their plan with many lords at Raborscht. It was late in the evening. The guests were enjoying themselves and Godwin was having a bit of a nap. Godwin spoke to Baron Brabant about the winemaking traditions of the Bohemian lands and Brabant's own homeland. The monastery is supposed to be renowned. It will probably impress. Ooh, that's good. Godwin had no choice but to start searching for jugs of his father's best wine. Oh, goodness. The best wine. The red or the white? We'll try the red.
The red'll be good, I hope.
What if I put it down? What's he say about the white?
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Let's try the red.
Red is a good choice.
There we go. Uh-oh.
There's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rootheart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like
Dude,
a
the
damn
horse is
bull.
jacked.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Oh, I knew it.
That's Peter of Pisac.
I don't think
Wouldn't
it
come
is.
to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
It's Bergov. Oh no. Oh shit.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Oh no.
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Oh boy. Oh boy. What am I supposed to do? Defend Robersh, protect my brother.
Surrounded Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Come on! Get him!
There we go. Got him. That's a guard? Oh, this guy.
Drive
Okay.
those horses out! Greetings to the devil!
Alright, so Godwin can only do a couple of swings at a time. Okay. Who do we got over here?
Jesus, I'm hit!
There we go. Okay.
Hey, get him! Nice strike.
Okay. Good. Okay. Alright.
Fuck you!
Father Godwin can fight. He got quite a few. Is that Henry? If that's Henry, whose horse is that? And what happened to Pebbles? And what about my armor? I'm gonna have to fight without my armor again, aren't I? Okay, okay, hold on. Okay. There we go. Alright, where? Where do I go? Not that way. This way. Where's Pebbles? Oh, I need to drink a bunch of things. We'll drink this. Ooh, that was the last one of that I had. We'll drink that. We'll drink... How's my energy? We're good. Digestive potion, I need that because we're a little over. A fox potion, nope, we're still good there. Painkiller brew, I'll take that. I think that's good. Our sword is still poisoned. Okay, we're good to go. How do I get here? Maybe I should have stayed on the horse. Alright, what do we got here?
You're dead.
No chance.
Okay, what do we got here?
He's had it.
Okay, next.
Fuck you! You put us in! You know a real nice
Henry to the rescue. Ooh, I got an achievement. As Godwin, I saved my brother.
A close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Hello.
Godwin. How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Oh, Jesus.
Some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Okay. Where'd they go?
Where did they go? Back to Ratoi?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigurd.
Who are you talking about, OG?
More of a promise than a plan. But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
Okay. His brother? No. So, Henry's adoptive father, Martin, is the real father of Samuel. The achievement I got was, as Father Godwin, I saved my brother, who is my actual brother. And Godwin's father is Lord Odorin.
What happened, Godwin?
The old guy in the green coat.
Anna of Waldstein.
Oh no.
She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
She had the money and the
they
wits.
almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean almost?
What do you mean almost?
Yeah, they killed Anna.
What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. For nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghout took them.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming?
Yeah. Markvart even bragged about it.
Markvart bragged about it to Sigismund, and Sigismund promised to make him Lord of Raborsch in return.
When he sees what von Berghout did with it, he'll shit himself.
You find that funny? Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocents? Who else has to die before we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat. Trust me.
We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble finding new ones. They'll be afraid to even peep against Sigismund.
Why?
Are you surprised?
Why not?
Look around.
Assassination.
Sigismund showed everyone what's coming for all who resist him.
Alright, what can we do now?
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
That huge horse? The Jews of Kuttenberg are in danger.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning.
Okay.
If anyone shows
Well,
up...
what an interesting night this has been. Thanks for being here, everyone. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, make sure you give me a follow here on Twitch and subscribe if you would like to. I'd very much appreciate it. Exclamation point socials in chat for links to all my social media. That includes my YouTube. Go over there, subscribe. We're on our way to getting the YouTube channel monetized, so that's a pretty big deal. That's going to be fun. Also, exclamation point Discord or exclamation point socials. Go join the group W Bench. Go over there. That's for you guys. Make it what you will. Over there, you'll also see exclamation point DS1 builds. There's the channel DS1 builds. Go post builds you would like to see me play or take inspiration from when we do start playing Dark Souls. That'll be happening soon-ish. Okay. Have a good night, guys. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be live at 5. Take care. Have a good night. Goodbye.